coming to you from the Mojave Desert Valley of Fire outside of Las Vegas, Nevada, walking and hiking in gratitude over the freedom that I have to be able to travel to my favorite place on planet Earth whenever I want to. And I'm making this video to help you expand upon what you believe is possible for yourself. And what I mean by that is, I don't know, do you want more freedom to be yourself and to not have to live underneath the thumb of somebody who can tell you what to do, or live underneath the financial limitations that you're under, or the time limitations, or whatever it is that you feel is keeping you back from being able to do more of what you want to do and become more of the person that you want to become? Wouldn't it be great to divorce yourself, completely separate yourself from whatever those limitations are that's keeping you back? Wouldn't that be just like the most awesome thing on planet Earth if you could do that? I think so. So here's the deal. You might have a boss who's really cool. Most of you don't, but some of you do. I get that. So you got a boss who's really cool because your boss lets you be who you want to be. You can even swear at work. You can, do whatever as long as the job gets done. And that's a cool boss who lets you do whatever so long as, the job gets done. That's pretty awesome. That's something to be grateful for. However, if you really want the freedom to be yourself and to be, the real you, a real person, then it's still complete bullshit. Because if you do have a boss who's really cool like that, congratulations. You are free at the permission and leisure of somebody else. How stupid is that? It's like an illusion of freedom that doesn't exist. And freedom is a two-part process. One, the decision that you're going to be a free human being, because without freedom of the mind, nothing else can possibly follow. But once you truly have freedom of the mind, there's no way you're going to confine yourself to the limitations of a job or working for a paycheck. That includes self-employed people too, not just employed people, but most self-employed people. Like every employed person and most self-employed people are not free at all. They're controlled through the dependency of money, because if you stop working, you stop getting paid and you lose your ability to cover yourself financially with bills and feeding your family and food and nourishment and things like that. So you can't be yourself. It's not possible. It just isn't. I know everyone wants to believe that they're free and this and that, and it's not true. That's just a lie that's been sold to you. You got a job, you're free, you have integrity, you've got a job. All of that is complete nonsense. It's created, made up, and sold to you by very select few elite rich people who own the largest banks in the world. They want you to believe that nonsense. That's why they perpetuated it, because they need obedient workers. It's obedience school training. It's obedience training. It's a form of human domestication. There's very few people who are going to free themselves from it, because there's very few people that are going to see the truth about what it means to be dependent upon a job for money, or dependent upon being self-employed and earning a paycheck, whatever the scenario, working for money, selling your time, which your time also goes your mind, body, and your spirit, for a paycheck, employed or self-employed. You're working for the most sinister pyramid scheme ever devised against mankind, and that is the dollar. It's nonsense. You cannot be yourself 100% if you're going to continue to do that. So there you have it, Mythbuster about being a free person. I hope that at least got you thinking. I don't expect you to totally understand that right off the get-go from this video, but if it started to open your mind at least a little bit and expanding what you believe about what's possible for yourself, and so much more freedom that's out there that maybe you didn't even realize. And if it starts with being angry about the lies that's been sold to you, about your obedience training, and the form of human domestication that you've enrolled yourself into for probably many, 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 many years now. I've been out of that nonsense for 10 years, thank goodness. Not going back to that. So I believe I'm a truly free person because I don't work for a paycheck. I'm covered. Regardless of how I spend my time, I'm decoupled from money. My time is completely decoupled from money. The money comes in regardless, because of what I started 9 years ago, actually. And I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful that I made that decision. It all starts with freedom of the mind. And the only possible way you can decouple yourself from money, decouple your time from money, is to build a residual and passive income that exceeds all of your expenses without it. you cannot be yourself. You cannot be 100% real because your livelihood depends on it. And if you got a cool boss, it's at the permission of somebody else. And that is a bullshit illusion of being a free person. So become a master of residual and passive income. Even if your first residual paycheck is $1, it's a huge step in the right direction. And you just build that mother flipper up until it exceeds all of your expenses. And at that point, that's the threshold. That's when you become a free human being. But you got to do it. If you really want to be free like you say you do. It's so important. And if you want to see what it is that I do, someone invited me. I didn't come out of the womb knowing this. I didn't wake up someday and say, oh, I need to make residual and passive money. No, somebody showed this to me. Somebody invited me. And after some hesitation, yeah, I hesitated, it's true, for 3 months. I said, yes, I got to do it. I'm sick and tired of living this way. And now I live another way. I'm in a different world now. It's great. Then you can start too. You can start too, no matter what your situation. But if you're going to watch this video and say, I can't, Tom, I don't have your skill, Tom, I don't have money, Tom, I don't have time, Tom, whatever excuse that you have for yourself, you are fucking up your family and your life, and you're fucking up everyone around you that you were supposed to inspire, but instead you made it all about your stupid fucking ego. I say that I cannot put enough words and passion behind that. I hate excuses with a passion, including when I say them. Sometimes it's true. I'm not exempt of that, but I have them in the forefront of my brain. So when I start to go down excuse loser alley, I can at least recognize it right away and reverse direction immediately. So don't you dare watch this video and say, I can't build residual and passive income, Tom. It would fuck up my government subsidy checks. Or I don't have the time. I have kids. I'm going to use... Are you kidding me? I know people that have 6 kids who are single who will not use their kids as a crutch to be a fucking loser. So don't you do it either if you have kids. And another thing about being myself, if I were, dependent on selling my time for money, there's no way I'd be able to make a video like this, especially the last minute or so of this video, because I could lose it. I could get fired. I could lose my next, who knows what could happen, and then I could lose my ability to pay my bills and all that sort of thing. You are not in that position. I'm not saying you want to swear. Sometimes I swear, sometimes, most of the time I don't. But whatever I feel in the moment, I can do it. And I'm not worried about offending people because I'm more concerned about making a difference. That's another thing. If you're not truly real with yourself and with other people, if you're not 100% authentic, then your priority isn't to live in the moment. Your priority is to preserve your self-image and to never give anybody any reason to say anything bad about yourself, ever. Me, I could give a fuck. My priority is to make a difference. My priority is to make natural, organic alignments with the kind of people I want to be around. Somebody who's not going to judge me because I swear. Somebody who's not going to judge me because I'm going to fuck up too and make mistakes. I like aligning myself with people who aren't going to judge me, but people who also want to do something, who want to do some cool, epic shit that makes some sort of a positive contribution in other people's lives. So why would I want to curtail my language and myself and all these other things? A lot of people just don't get that. It's really bizarre to me. A lot of, especially self-employed people and business owners, they don't get it. They put on their sales hat or their self-employment hat, and they're totally not themselves. In fact, a lot of self-employed people are worse than employees. It's kind of weird to think about it that way. But yeah, most self-employed people are worse than employees. They're like further from their real selves than most employees are. It's madness to me. But, at the end of the day, at the end of this video going on 9 minutes, I'll end it here. If you want to see more of what I'm about and you want to look at the possibility of going to work with me, not for me, because I'm not employing people, but check out my website. It's fireyourboss.xyz. Not .com, .xyz, fireyourboss.xyz. Poke around, and if you like what you see, if you see a possible organic natural alignment, feel free to private message me on Facebook and reach out, ask me some questions, and if you'd like to see what I'm up to, I'm happy to share a video with you about what it is that I do and what I like to do for people to lift them up, because I rise by lifting others up. I'm not in a pyramid scheme where I rise by putting others down or annihilating other people's opportunity. That's a job. You get promoted at a job by annihilating other people's opportunity. You can't take others with you. It gets smaller the higher up you go. It's a pyramid. Every job is a pyramid scheme, just so you know. But I'm the opposite of a pyramid scheme. I rise by lifting others. That's the way nature works. That's the way it should be with human beings, but most of us don't operate that way, and I think we should. We rise by lifting others. Check me out, fireyyourboss.xyz. If you think we might vibe well together, then Facebook inbox me. I'd love to hear from you. Share this if you know somebody who would like this as well, and I will hear from you soon. Bye for now. Check out this view. Can you say magical? All right, take care. Bye for now. Talk to you soon.